got another one of your little science experiments running around.
What do you mean another one? Of course, the wolf flies.
Continuing his success from Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, The Rock stars in a movie where he is finally not the biggest and strongest on the big screen, Rampage. While it may not seem like it, this monster action movie is technically a video game movie based on a game from 1986 with the same name. This film starts off with Dwayne Johnson's character, a primatologist, leading a group running a sanctuary for gorillas. Soon, mysterious canisters fall from the sky and spray a gas that transforms anyone breathing it into bigger, stronger, and more aggressive versions of themselves. This is how we get the three monsters: George the gorilla, the wolf, and the alligator. Once the animals get loose and start causing havoc, it's up to The Rock, along with Genesis, played by Naomi Harris, and a U.S. Special Agent, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, to try and stop them. As I walked out of the theater, I was pleasantly surprised with the movie, as the trailers made it seem action-packed but kind of empty. This for me was not a great movie, but it was better than expected, with great action and some decent jokes as well. For the most part, the acting was good, with Johnson bringing his usual flair to a movie, and Naomi Harris was good as well by having a bit of a subplot herself. It's not like other action movies where they have a female character just because they want one or they need one. She has her own plot. The most surprising actor in the movie for me was Jeffrey Dean Morgan, as he was sassy throughout the entire movie, and at times slipped into his Negan role from The Walking Dead, which was kind of funny to see. The CGI in this movie was also shockingly good for an estimated budget of around $120 million, with the monsters looking fantastic and the fights being solid, as a lot of it was also in the daytime as well, and that is also really impressive. A lot of the CGI fights in the movies take place at night because it's easier to show less detail, as you can't see as much. In daytime, all of it needs to look good, or it will be very noticeable. There are some negatives to the movie, however, and that's mostly down to two issues. The first being the main villains, which are the duo running the company that made the Rampage project. Compared to the acting from the protagonist, the antagonists here were annoying and super generic. To be fair, the script didn't give them much to work with, but still, it was really annoying seeing them on screen. Another issue was the tone the movie was going for, as it kept switching back and forth. Now, obviously, a movie can have multiple tones if it works well, but here in Rampage, it didn't really. There were too many tones in this movie, to having a big action scene, to a serious scene to set the mood, followed by a few jokes. Now, the scenes themselves, if you take them out of context, were still good. They're acted well, they're shot well, it's all great. But when you put them together, it's kind of off-putting. Rampage would have worked better if it just focused on two, either being a serious monster movie or a monster movie that knows not to take itself seriously, so you can throw in more jokes. However, even with these negatives, Rampage is a solid good time in theaters, and looks to be the better monster movie this year against Pacific Rim Uprising, and the better adapted video game movie against Tomb Raider. With great action, solid acting, and funny jokes, Rampage is a good time by itself, but it'll also help you pass the time until next week when Avengers: Infinity War comes out. Final rating, 6 out of 10.